Joining me now is Patrick Highsmith. He's president and CEO at Timberline Resources. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you've got three projects in Nevada, and maybe you could give us an overview to start with.
Yeah, Timberline is a gold-silver focused, really pure play on Nevada. And the idea is there's a lot of explorers in Nevada, of course, but the big trends, the Battle Mountain Eureka trend, where two of our three projects are, and our flagship is a big chunk of the Eureka mining district. Those big trends have produced a lot of big mines, and as a result, there are big players around us and a lot of exciting discoveries happening as well. So we're really focused on discovery of gold and silver in Nevada, and we have a resource with a lot of oxide mineralization in it that we'll be advancing this year, getting some of that long lead time work done as well.
Right, and we'll get to that in a moment. Let's focus on Eureka, which saw production in the 70s and 80s. I know that the company recently discovered a new gold-silver target, so can you update us on Eureka and what you're doing there?
Eureka is a big project. It's over 19,000 acres. We've got a substantial part of the Eureka mining district. And it was a historic both silver producer and gold producer. But most recently, you're talking about the area between 1975 and 1985, when there was a heap leach gold mine there operating, one of the first heap leach mines in Nevada. Over 120,000 ounces of gold were produced from that. And that area saw a lot of exploration drilling, but in those days they were only looking about 100 meters deep, plus or minus. Turns out there's a lot more gold there, a little bit deeper, and a lot more extensive evidence of that system too. The sort of recent discovery you mentioned, a place called New York Canyon, is where the older silver system, high-grade silver, lead, zinc, comes to surface, also having gold there. And that's right up in the northern part of the district where I-80 Gold's having a lot of excitement up at the Ruby Hill mine and their recent acquisition of Paycore Minerals. So it's kind of a hot, active part of the district in the north with the silver and gold, and in the south we're focused purely on gold.
And Timberline recently talked about its 23 plans, essentially. You mentioned New York Canyon. They're also exploring Lookout Mountain, water well zone. And so what can investors expect through 23 in terms of exploration?
You know, we're a junior company, fast moving and always subject to the market. And, you know, it's been a tough market for junior companies, but here we are sitting at really at least a new base for gold prices and maybe going a lot higher. And in that environment, we realized with all the excitement on the potential development of the Ruby Hill mine, we certainly were going to go drill that brand new target at New York Canyon that's never been drilled. And that's what people expect from Timberline, I think, is exploration and sort of going for big styles of mineralization and big deposits. However, we're also going to mix in, as you mentioned, the Lookout Mountain area, where we have a 500,000 ounce resource that we're also going to begin moving towards the development. The long lead time metallurgy, environmental, and other permitting work, a little bit boring, but it has to be done before that thing could advance into production. And so in parallel with that kind of work, we'll be adding some sort of excitement with drilling at New York Canyon and in the water well zone and some of those deeper, higher grade targets as well.
And so you're also trying to get across to the market that you're at different stages where you've got some discovery and you've got development as well with the heap leach.
Indeed. In a way, it's a dilemma. We have effectively a big company project, huge project, and therefore as a small company, you tend to focus in one area too often. And what we're doing is spreading our wings a little bit this year because of the excitement of the new area up at New York Canyon with this resource that's been there for a while, and we need to show the market there's value maybe in both aspects, sort of both end members of the market, if you will, that discovery excitement and kind of a proven resource moving forward, getting more and more proven, looking better and better.
Now you alluded to lastly that gold looks pretty comfortable up here around 2000, and the consensus seems to be that the setup is very good, a lot of tailwinds right now, so you've got that as the backdrop. And then in terms of the value proposition or investment case for your company, what can you tell investors about why they really need to pay attention?
Yeah, I think one of the things investors should be looking at is where are these junior companies working? You want to be in a tier 1 jurisdiction. Nevada produces about 5 million ounces of gold a year. Vast majority of nations don't produce that much gold. So you want to be in that jurisdiction, and Timberline is well and truly there. Further, you want to be on trend. There's a lot of moose pasture in Nevada, just like any other gold jurisdiction. And so again, you see Timberline ticks that box. We're on a major trend. And then, are the major companies and the investment community looking at the district and the play. And certainly with the advancement we see in the neighborhood with our friends at I-80 Gold, and of course knowing the big boys are just right up the road at the Carlin Trend and farther north on the Battle Mountain Eureka Trend. I think it's about an experienced management team in a top-tier gold jurisdiction where you know that discoveries can be mined and will be mined. And so we think it's a great place to be, and we've been really in the market with a lot of news and finally raising appropriate amounts of money over the last couple of years, which really hadn't happened for Timberline in some time. Bit of a turnaround.
Right. Well, thanks for the insight, Patrick, and we'll be following.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Good stuff. Okay, Patrick Highsmith. He is the president and CEO at Timberline Resources.